For kindergarten, Maggie needs to take out all her belongings and go through security. Then she was taken to the lice detector, and the unibrow boy fully demonstrated the importance of this examination. Maggie was judged to have average intelligence by the intelligence testing machine, so she was not assigned to the tidy and bright gifted area. Instead, they were bypassed by the gifted area and arrived at the dark and chaotic nothing special. Maggie was a bit upset, but she became interested in the paint in front of her. But the other children didn't want to play with her at all. Only a silly chubby kid was willing to deal with Maggie. Maggie felt a little comforted when she saw the butterfly flying in. When the butterfly flew to the unibrow boy, its life came to an abrupt end. Maggie turned her head and saw another caterpillar. She put the caterpillar in her hand, but the unibrow boy wanted to kill the caterpillar. So Maggie placed the caterpillar on her eyebrows, deceiving the unibrow boy. After seeing the boy leave, she hurriedly took the caterpillar out of the room. Is Maggie's intelligence really average? In fact, that was not the case. Maggie can use letter building blocks to spell out many words. After realizing this, Maggie was taken to a highly competitive school for an interview. The interviewer asked how many people were in her family, and Maggie thought for a moment before extending 5 fingers.
I got that one right too.
Next, the interviewer asked her to arrange the 4 arrows into 5 arrows. In just a second, Maggie completed the task. This result has excited everyone greatly. Maggie is also considered a member of the future University of Florida with an IQ of 167. Maggie was admitted to the kindergarten as she wished, and Lisa's aura gradually dimmed against Maggie's backdrop. As an absolute powerhouse of The Simpsons, Maggie just can't speak, but in times of crisis, it's still up to Maggie. Maggie disguised the caterpillar as an eyebrow and deceived the unibrow boy. Then she went to another room and saw a picture book of caterpillars turning into butterflies. Maggie was reminded of the butterfly killed by the unibrow boy. Suddenly, the boy appeared. After throwing a handful of soil at him, Maggie hurriedly ran away. The unibrow boy relentlessly pursued her. Fortunately, a toy train blocked the boy's path. Maggie wants to call for help, but this is a toy phone. She took the flower pot and ran into the other room. This is where the other children learned to walk. The boy was stopped by several babies, but he easily solved the problem in front of him. Maggie was also accidentally hit. Fortunately, the caterpillar broke free from its cocoon and became a butterfly. Maggie looked at the distant sky and wanted to release it outside the window, but unfortunately, the boy killed the butterfly with the blinds. Maggie's mood went through a process from happiness to despair. She cannot accept this fact. It's time for Maggie to come home from school. Marge carried Maggie to the door. The unibrow boy didn't forget to provoke her, but what he didn't expect was that the blinds didn't press on the butterfly. The real butterfly is on Maggie's head. Maggie's first day of kindergarten was truly wonderful. Maggie is the best of the Simpsons in intelligence and fighting power. That day, Marge was unexpectedly possessed by an evil spirit. In order to save herself, Maggie found various tools and self-made a bow and arrow. Then she took out a fireball made of dolls and threw it at Marge. Marge was tied to a rope by Maggie as a result. She took out pictures of the whole family and tried to wake up the good Marge, but Marge successfully escaped with scissors. At a critical moment, Maggie touched Marge with her hand, awakening her motherly love. The evil spirit also left Marge's body. Maggie's high intelligence is also reflected in her ability to whistle. Homer brought Maggie to the tavern to test her whistling ability. At this moment, Abel came over and exposed Homer's lies. Originally, Maggie's whistling talent was inherited from Abel. Encouraged by Abel, Homer planned to use Maggie's talent to make her famous. They took Maggie to Springfield Zoo to teach her a new whistle. Afterwards, Homer took Maggie to Channel 6 for an audition for Genius Children. After being successfully selected, Maggie demonstrated her talent for whistling on stage.